Hey, is this mail call again?
Totally mail call.
Hey, Rick.
What up?
June 24th, 2022, I got my driver's license. Yes.
Oh,
Weird
so
that I haven't told you that.
well, I mean, you're is that when you turn 16 years old, right?
Oh, right. So, not everybody has to do things by your square rules. So, there are some people that live their lives a little outside of the box because they're not afraid to. They're not terrified of not living within the parameters of quote unquote normal. Because, normal is so fun and cool and exciting way to live your life. So, yeah, sorry, I got off rambling there. No, I'm 43 years old and I just got my driver's license.
Hey,
Hey, listeners, drop in the comments if anybody else other than Rick cares that I got my driver's license at 43. Let's see what happens.
I
Man, we are
imagine it'll
firing
come
off
up
at the
again.
start. Hey, Rick.
So to start over.
I am a little salty at you because I was trying to listen to In the Box from the power trip this morning, and you interrupted that. So
Oh, but you knew it was 10:30, so you knew it was coming.
I know, and I have no follow up to that. I did know. Yeah, that's all. That's that
Marnie was
story.
in the box, right? I heard part of that.
Yeah,
Actually, I did hear the whole thing of that. Actually,
yeah, she was, and I was actually especially interested in that one because I do not think very highly of Marnie intelligence-wise, so I was interested to see how she did. But
and she did
yeah,
better than you thought.
well, I'm not sure because
Oh, you didn't watch.
because I didn't get to hear all of it yet. Uh,
Ah,
and actually, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to go back to it. How do podcasts work? Will that still be there when
no,
or is that
no,
just gone now?
it's just like live TV, like on the air. So you maybe hopefully catch it on syndication in a few years, and maybe catch it then.
In the summer.
Yeah.
Well, all right, fair enough.
How was your day today?
Today was fine. It was mostly just a lot of day sleeping because I spent the night in Moorhead last night. So I
Oh
got
yeah, how
up.
did that go? Or
It
you
was
spent
really
the
fun.
night in Moorhead?
Yeah, I decided to stay, and I was like, when this whole thing came up, it was the idea of like going and watching some scary movies for Halloween's sake, and
Hmm.
I figured, well, I'm not gonna, because I mean, there have been other times I've done day trips and we've done, we've watched a movie or whatever in the afternoon, but I was like, well, we're not gonna watch movies in the afternoon for Halloween. That's not how that works. So I asked them if it was possible for me to crash there so we could watch a few movies at night.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, so we did that. It was really fun. The kid picked two movies. One was a French black and white film from like 1960, I think, called Eyes Without a Face.
Huh.
And so I mean that's interesting, and it was good. And it's just when watching, like, when it ended, it was just like, well, I liked it. I mean, it was very interesting, but it's just like watching a horror film from like 1960 is not something I do often. Watching any films from that long ago, is not something I do a ton. And then watching a French horror film from 1960, it was like, wow, well, that's a lot of ways that I don't usually watch movies. So
Yeah.
that's, I mean, that's good because it's a new experience mostly, but it's just like, how did I feel about that? Because it's just so new. But it was cool. And then we watched a Japanese one from, I think, like 1972, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm wrong or about that.
And whose pick was that one?
These were both
Both
V's.
hers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
yeah,
Had she seen those ones before?
yeah, she had seen the second one,
Okay.
not the first one, and so yeah, and I mean she's really into uh just off the wall shit. So the second one was very much in that wheelhouse. It was called House, like I said, a Japanese horror movie from I think 1970 something, and yeah, I don't even know what to say about it. It wasn't really scary. Um, and I mean, neither like the first one wasn't really scary either, because I mean, the the idea of scary in like 1960 was, I mean, so much has been done, you know,
Yeah.
in the area of scary. So neither one was scary. The second one was just absolutely bananas wild, and it was sometimes funny. And do you remember the Mr. Show sketch where they did the altered state of Drugachusetts, and
Yeah.
it was like a takeoff on a show that did happen in like the 70s or something. So yeah, it was sometimes like that, where it was just trippy and crazy, and so those were really fun. And yeah, so then I crashed on the couch, and another thing that was fun was in those situations so often, because I always wake up early, like no matter where I sleep. I mean, at home,
Right.
on the road, like whatever. And then if I'm, if I go do something like that, and I only would go do something like that if I was with somebody who drove, and then so I would have to like wait till we leave,
Right.
regardless of
Yeah.
when I would be ready to leave, which is like 6 a.m. because I'm awake, so let's do this. Uh, so I woke up pretty early, and I thought, well, I'll wait till at least like it's starting to get light out, and I left there at like 7, and I was It was like still dark, but I was like as I was headed out of town, it was like I was driving east, and the sun was coming up right in front of me, and it was really
Mm.
pretty, and yeah, so that was really cool. So I was home by like 9, and then I just went back to bed. So yeah, so today wasn't so much, but yesterday was really fun.
One of my favorite movies is like as a little kid. Like I don't remember how old I was, but it was like the original Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, interesting.
You
I
ever
don't know
seen
if I've
that
ever
one?
seen that. I'm not sure. That's pretty
My
old. That's like black and white too, right?
Yeah, yeah. And my sister had it on VHS, of course.
Yeah.
And so and she was, she's much older than I am, and so she would babysit me, and they had that movie, and we would watch it, and I was, yeah, I must have been like maybe 8 or something when we used to
Ooh.
watch it, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not that scary, but it was scary for a little kid probably,
Oh yeah.
and like, but it's a good flick. I don't know. I haven't seen it in 40 years, but it's probably, I don't know if it's held up anymore, but
Yeah, that's one that's such a huge title in the horror genre, but I don't think I've ever seen it, so I should definitely check that out sometime.
no.
And also, to your point, if I had watched any of the two movies I watched last night when I was 8, I would be absolutely fucked up. So, that's
uh,
definitely a thing. Like when you see some shit at 8 that doesn't make any sense and is just kind of bizarre, and that's
yeah.
especially scary because at 8 you're like,
I,
oh god, does the world not make any sense at all?
I remember, like, I don't remember what grade it was. I could figure it out because I know my mom kept it, and I have it in a bin somewhere in the house here. But like, we had to write a story, like creative writing. I don't remember what grade it was. It was probably like second or third grade.
Mm.
It'd be whatever it was. And I basically did the whole plot line of Night of the Living Dead.
So wait, I mean, do you remember, was the idea to write something original, are you saying, and you just like
I'm
ripped
sure
that,
it was.
or
I'm sure. Yeah. I just
okay.
I just basically, I know it's funny because like the guy, which I played myself, like, oh, and me and my girlfriend went to the cemetery to do something, and this guy came out and he killed me. And then, like, So it wasn't even in like my perspective. It was interesting. But yeah, she kept that story. So I have that story somewhere.
Wow. Was it shortly after that you started seeing a child psychologist? Teacher showed that to your parents, like, we're worried about Rick a little bit.
Right.
A guy came out and he killed me.
Right. I'm sure the teacher's like, what kind of movies are they letting this kid watch? Like,
Yeah,
seriously?
that's pretty intense.
Uh,
How was your Halloween?
it was good. We went to we just packed the kids up and went to John Michelle's house, and then we walked around their neighborhood and got a bunch of candy and went
Mm-hmm.
home. That was basically it. So
Okay.
it was good. And it's so crazy. Like maybe our kids aren't old enough, but like they had a couple of pieces of candy last night and didn't have any today. Didn't even ask about it today. But like I remember, like I would be half gone that first night. Like I don't know, maybe when they're older it'll be like that, but they didn't even ask for it.
Yeah, so they didn't have like a binge last night when you got home?
No, we won't let them do that.
Oh. Well, how are they supposed to be half gone if mom and dad won't let it happen?
Right, I know. That's what I'm
So what
saying.
are we talking about here?
Well, I would have thought they'd at least brought it up today and say, "Hey,
Well,
can we have
sure,
some of
yeah,
that
yeah.
candy?" But they didn't even think about it, and they just moved
Huh.
on.
Oh.
So,
I
so I
mean,
have a lot of candy to eat for the next couple of days. So,
yeah, because by now they've just completely forgotten that yesterday even happened. Like,
and like I remember as a kid, you like get in that one house that gave full candy bars.
yeah,
Now I swear, like it's a fourth of them give out full candy bars.
sure. Yeah.
So it's crazy. You get there's a lot of full candy bars there.
Yep. Yeah, I remember the Borgerdings always
Mm,
gave where the I would always get would give out money, of course.
yeah.
Which
Oh,
and
they'd give money out too, huh?
yeah, and I mean, I don't know, maybe it was just like quarters. I kind of don't remember exactly what it was, but
Yeah.
I do remember that yeah, the bank owner family gave out money.
Yeah. That's I don't remember ever getting money. I mean, we did a couple of rich families, quote unquote rich families in
Right.
Brewton. I remember they had full candy bars and that was
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
yeah. Ah, funny.
I guess your parents never really got the trick or treater
No,
experience out at your house.
no. I remember when I was little, we would go to the neighbors.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to, you had like four houses. And
Yeah.
you drive 5 miles, hit a house, and drive another 5 miles to another house.
Yeah, that's a different
And
experience.
and then we're old enough to go into town. That was the best. Like, just go with your friends and hit as many houses as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole new world.
Yep.
Meanwhile, pretty decent last couple days of sales.
Yeah, not too many, but big tickets.
Yeah.
That's good. Good to see.
That is good because that's what you're going for, right? Like you want
Right.
you're trying to like sell things and make money.
Yes. And it's nice. I've been working on Amazon mostly these days because of Christmas coming up, but
Oh yeah.
um, it's good to see eBay still holding its own.
Yeah, kicking in a little bit.
You know, yeah, I think I'm ready. I haven't gotten the silence tape, so I worked ahead and I kind of have them all ready to go. So
I'm really into you and your tape
I can't wait till I
situation.
get here. I'm excited for it.
All right. Well, then we will start with the Dymo Label Writer 450.
10, 8, 6, 3 pounds.
It kind of sounds like 10863, you said?
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like the Dymo label printer 450 or whatever it is. It kind of sounds like a label printer that they would have written about in like in like a 1980s movie, like in the future. Like, what's a
Yeah,
label
right.
printer?
So you'll just print out sheets? I don't understand.
Oh, interesting. So now I think, remember we were talking last time how I was saying like it feels like it's making me do a failed printing before it'll let me do the.
Mhm.
It was all just there, set up and ready to go this time.
There you go.
Yeah. Did you do something
So
to it?
I didn't do nothing.
All right. So the futuristic label writer sold for $242. My goodness. Profit 181.29. Listed November 1st, 2022.
And this is very close to the same label printer that I have and use for like the Amazon labels. So I kind of wanted to keep it
Right.
as a backup, but I was like, $200. I'd rather take the money in case one
Yeah.
breaks down. I can get by for a couple days and just spend $200 to get another one. So
Right. Yeah, that's the type of thing that when I see you selling it, I'm like, oh, I wonder how long you use that before you just decide to sell it.
yeah, well, I got all these label printers at that auction. I don't know if I talked about that, but yeah, I don't remember how many it was, like a dozen or so.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all 200 version, $200 brand,
Right.
but
Yeah. Okay. Then we move on to 3 of the thermal receipt printers.
18, 1915 11, 17 pounds.
I just think that's a huge bitch every time.
Yeah, I could have put them in a smaller box, but I had all of them pre-boxed already, so I just threw all 3 boxes in the bigger box.
Oh yeah. Well, what else would you do?
Well, I could have probably wrapped each one individually, just in bubble or
Oh, like
paper or something, and
unbox
put them
them
in a
and
smaller
then
box. Yeah, unbox them and box
gotcha.
them in one.
It's a good one to be staying right here in the great state of Minnesota.
Ooh, nice.
Not too expensive for 17 pounds. $13 shipping.
God, Sergio should have just let me know. I could have dropped him off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
right. Those sold for $134.70. Profit 94.79. Listed October 28th, 2022.
I think I have 3 more of those, but they're really greasy, so I haven't listed them because
Greasy.
they're in a restaurant environment, so they're just like pretty
Oh
nasty. So they're literally
man.
greasy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
shouldn't
well, I
do
mean,
this.
I've been crushing Trailer Park Boys lately. So
Right?
as soon as
Yeah,
you
I know.
said
I knew
that,
that.
I was like, "What are they shooting dice behind the shed? How are they greasy? What's happening?"
Yeah.
Ralph Lauren black sweatshirt, I think it was.
Yeah, just a basic sweatshirt. 12, 10, 3, 2 pounds.
What is your favorite candy bar? What would little Rick have been most excited to get as a young
Well,
trick-or-treater?
as a young, and I was into like plain M&Ms.
Oh, interesting. Boy, you don't hear
Then
that
I
answer
kind of
too often.
then I graduated up to, and it was always whatchamacallits in high school.
Oh, I love those two.
A whatchamacallit and a 20-ounce Mountain Dew I got every day after school.
Oh my. Yeah, that's hot. That's a hot
Yeah.
snack. I was huge into whatchamacallits a little before high school when I was back in your plain M&M days. I think I was crushing
Really?
whatchamacallits. Yeah, I just remember really loving
Oh.
those as a little kid. Yep. Did those just die? Those aren't
No,
around,
they're
right?
still there. I had one
Are
the
they
other day.
really?
Not the other day. I had one like a couple months ago, and it was okay. It wasn't as good
Shit.
as not as good as a Take Five. I'll tell you that much.
Oh my God. Yeah, don't even get me started. But did you hear the genuine excitement in my voice when you said they're still around? And I was like, are they really? Like, I'm trying to think of the last time I was that excited about something, which either says a lot about how much I love whatchamacallits or what else is going on in my life. Polo by Ralph Lauren, men's black sweater, something, sold for $35.64. Profit $17.93. Listed October 24, 2022.
Have you been watching the World Series though?
We actually watched tonight's game to a point. I checked out like around the sixth inning when it was 4-0.
I haven't watched it all. I saw it when it was 4-0 tonight. I was on Fox.
Oh,
I saw
sure,
the
yeah, yeah,
score, but yeah, I haven't watched any of them at all.
yeah. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to throw on a game in there,
Yeah,
and it was fun. Good atmosphere, World Series,
yeah, it's usually pretty good.
Also pretty good. The look of this Iowa Hawkeyes satin jacket. Damn.
Yeah, did you look at it?
I mean, I only saw the little like thumbnail in the eBay order list,
Yeah,
so I didn't take a good gander at it, but yeah.
I was thinking when I pulled it, I was like, God, I'm surprised that this didn't sell. Because if I was like a Iowa fan, like I would totally get this. But then I
Oh
realized that
yeah.
it's got the name Tracy on it, so
I
I
did see
guess
that. Yeah, in the listing.
maybe
Yeah.
it's a special kind of person
Is
to
it on like
that.
the is it on like the like the breast? Is it on like the
Yep,
chest? Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, that hurts for sure.
Yeah. 12, 10, 3, 2 pounds.
Oh, also, when I got to town yesterday, Moorhead, that is,
Mm.
I have been thinking ever since I got my license uh, that I would like to sometime when I'm going to Moorhead just take take a little tour of all the old haunts of the various places I lived and
Yeah.
whatnot. Um, So I did that yesterday when I got to town. First I went directly to Burger Time. So I mean,
I was gonna ask if you went to Burger Time.
yeah,
Yep.
first and foremost. And it was funny because the Moorhead one, when I pulled up, there was a sign on like the thing you talk into at the drive-through that said we can only take cash right now. And I was like, well, okay, I don't have any cash on me, so I can either drive somewhere to get cash or I can just go to the Fargo location, which was like 2 miles away. So I did that, and that was incredible as always. And then yeah, I drove. I kind of went in chronological order. I went to well, yeah. So first I drove over to 18th and a half Street South, and I parked there, and then walked over to campus as
Oh,
I did
really?
so many
Yeah.
times, and just walked around campus and uh, walked through one of the buildings that I felt like I had spent the most time in, one of the, where you had classes and stuff. And
Yeah.
So I walked through there, and yeah, I mean, it was just really weird because, of course, I mean, I haven't been there in like 20 years or whatever. So, um, and then I walked across the street to walked past where I lived that first semester in the dorm, and then yeah, so I mean, and then I drove around to the various apartments or houses I lived in and whatnot. So that was really fun.
Did you drive by my house?
I didn't drive by your house
Oh,
because I didn't. I thought, well, because driving around, driving around is like, if I don't know where I'm going or what I'm looking for, driving around isn't still necessarily super comfortable. So like, I
gotcha.
thought of driving over there because, I mean, of course I could get in the neighborhood, but like, knowing exactly, I thought of texting you to get the address, but I was just like, I'll just skip it this time. So yeah, I didn't hit that. Iowa Hawkeyes jacket sold for $31.19. Profit $10.58. Listed May 21st, 2021. Did you get Sports Illustrated for kids as a kid? I think we talked about this. You did, right?
We got it. We got it at school. We just
Oh,
got a
okay.
subscription at school. They had that like some special thing when it first came out. So I did have it, and you're bringing us up because I sold one.
Oh,
However,
that's right. Uh-oh.
I couldn't find it. I have no idea where this
Oh.
thing is. I I have one spot where all my magazines are, and it wasn't in there. And this was from 2016, and I
Oh boy. Yeah.
yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah. All
So
right.
I
Well,
might go back and look through them again, see if I can find it, but I might have to
okay.
cancel that one.
All right. Well, I'll just leave that one be then. Somebody in Canada is going to be upset if you don't have it, but
Yeah.
but good news, on to another Motorola radio sale.
9642 pounds. I think this is the last two that we sold that I had. So we're done with
Ah,
Motorola's
okay.
again after this.
Yeah. All right. Till you get more anyway.
Right, hopefully.
Did you guys do anything after getting home with the kids last night? Watch a movie or anything?
No.
Okay.
I think I don't know. What did we do? Um, yeah, I think we watched a little TV and then I think I came down to work and Car went to bed. So
Did you guys jam in some real world road rules challenge before bed? Is that what we're
um,
talking about?
yeah, I don't know if she did if that came on or not, but I didn't watch any. That's for sure. So
Wow. Were you even there? You don't really seem to know what happened.
yeah, I mean I don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't know what we watched. Like I'm trying to think of what we were watching, but oh, we watched this. Okay, so we watched a show. It's called uh, God damn, Homestead Homestead What is it called?
renovation.
Homestead. I think it's renovation, or is it something like that?
Okay.
It's kind of an interesting show. So this guy goes to these people's homesteads and helps them out, try to give them what they need to survive on their homestead. It's kind of
Are you
interesting. So we've kind of gotten into that one. So we watched, I think,
Are
an
you
episode of that, and that was it.
okay? Are you up for? Would it be easy to explain what exactly a homestead is?
It's like somebody's place that they kind of try to live off the land, so they don't.
Oh, okay,
A true homesteader is somebody who, grows their own food,
sure,
has their own
okay.
livestock,
Has a well,
really
maybe.
has a well. Yeah. So
Hmm.
so a lot of these places that they go into, they either don't know what they're doing or just in a tough spot. So they a lot of them don't have water. Like the one we watched, the guy had to drive like his 4-wheeler an hour one way to get water and an hour back. So he'd be gone like 2 hours every day just to get
Yeah.
water.
Hmm.
So then they built a well and they did all this stuff, and it's kind of interesting. But
That's there really is a show about absolutely everything.
right, yeah,
Wow. I mean, no shade on that or anything, but that's just okay. Let's do a show where we help homesteaders revitalize their homesteads.
right.
All right, sure.
But it's always kind of like what we have here. We always kind of want to do as much off the land as we can. So
Oh yeah,
our, we have I want to get my well put down by the chickens, so I
right,
don't have to carry water every time. But we
right.
haven't got that done yet either. But
Yeah, I bypassed making a joke at your expense about the well
yeah,
at that point in the conversation.
I know.
Motorola radio sold for 105.55. Profit $74.27. Listed October 23rd, 2022. And then we have a lot of 3 walkie-talkie two-way radios.
They only weigh 10 ounces there, Steve.
10 ounces. Just little guys.
They're pretty little. Yep, they're kind of cool. 3 different colors.
So you started at plain M&Ms. You
Mm.
evolved to whatchamacallits. Did we go further from there?
No, I guess not. Today, if I get a candy bar, it's either going to be um, Hershey's with almonds,
Oh yeah, I
or
love those too.
yeah, or a Kit Kat. I've really gotten into Kit Kats lately.
Ooh, yep, yep.
How about you? What's your if you go to the grocery store or gas station? What are you going to get for a candy bar?
Yeah, so I mean, um, I got an error on that printing for some reason, so that's why it's taken an extra second. It's really gonna be between like Snickers is kind of like my all-time just never fails you. Just I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I have a thing with Snickers. But then there's also like any of your Reese's peanut butter cup families. Like I like the cups, obviously, the classic cups. I like the sticks that they have, the peanut butter cup sticks. It's basically in stick form. Um, so Snickers, basically either one of those two peanut butter cup varieties, or of course Take Five. Um, I think overall, just like for what's actually the most kick ass, it has to be Take Five.
I would agree. Like I never see them, so if I see them, I usually buy them. But
Hmm.
like, yeah, I don't. I guess I don't look for them. But if I happen to see them, I'll definitely pick those up over anything else, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel like you only get 2 of them if you buy like the candy
It's.
bar thing.
I
And I
think
go back to
that's.
our duck shack when you usually eat about 10 at a time. It's like this is 2 is just not enough.
Yeah, I think that is definitely a factor. It's kind of why it's like, as I say, as far as the actual best, it's that. But as far as what I'm gonna get when I go into a store, you know, it's maybe gonna be like a Snickers and then a pack of Take Fives, you know,
Yeah, there you go.
because it is to have a little hors d'oeuvre for my candy bar main entree. Walkie talkies sold for $26.89, profit $18.94. Listed June 16, 2022.
How about we do a little mass trivia for you?
Can we?
What does Mrs. Potter do at Muriel Barlow's house every Tuesday afternoon?
Well, I'll just go with the first thing that came into mind. I'm going to say that Mrs. Potter plays bridge there. Final answer.
So close. Wrong
Oh,
game.
whist?
No,
Well, what? I got nothing then.
canasta.
Oh, man. The holy trinity of old people
Right.
games. And I missed the one that was the right answer. Shit. Canasta. I have no idea. I don't really have any idea what any of those games are. Have you played any of those games?
I played whist.
Okay.
And what was the other one you said?
Bridge.
Bridge. I've never played bridge or canasta.
Whist.
But
Is
bridge
whist a
looks
fun
like
one?
it's a bridge looks like a fun one because I always see like bridge scorecards and like the whole
Right.
scoring thing. It looks
Yep.
really interesting. So I don't know. I should try
Well,
to get in.
yeah. And I don't know how much. I don't know if there's any way that it's like euchre, but you really like euchre, and that's like a
Right.
partner game, right?
Yeah,
Which I think bridge is too, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we play the game we play. Our family plays is Rook all the time.
What is it? Rook?
It's called Rook. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
That's a
it's the
card game?
same. Yep, same partner. Kind of like it's pretty close to whist, I think, if I remember whist right. But we used to play with my parents all the time, and then now when they go to the cabin, we play with my brother and my sister-in-law quite a bit. So it's fun.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Up next, we have a lawn tractor owner's manual. That's a snapper lawn tractor, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a 1985 snapper mower, you need to know how the mower and attachments work. I feel, and
Yeah.
you know, at only 4 ounces, it doesn't cost that much a ship, I would imagine.
Oh, it's a steal. I think you will remember, especially because I think your family didn't have a TV when you were a kid, right? Is that what it was?
No, we had TV.
I know, I was just joking.
We just didn't have any channels.
Right. It was a bit. But I'm gonna guess you maybe listened to your fair share of Twins games on the radio as a child.
Not till later. I didn't listen to Twins until
okay.
like,
well, let me ask
90s.
you this: do you remember the promotional contest that they had? You know
the
where
snapper
I'm going already?
mow 'em down inning. Is that
Hell yeah, the snapper mow 'em down inning. So tell me, you tell me then how that worked. What happened with the snapper mow 'em down inning?
I think you just had to strike out the side, right? And then they'd give out like a. I have no idea. I remember what the prize was. Was it a mower or was it like?
I'm gonna guess.
Certificate?
I can't remember for sure either, but I hope it was a full mower. I mean, that's not that. The snapper mow 'em down inning did not pay off very often.
No,
because it was a specific inning in probably every game. I would imagine.
It was a certain inning too.
Yeah, and how often was that gonna all come together?
And
so I hope they gave away a full mower.
Was it a strike? They had to strike out the side too, or was it
Yes.
just go 1, 2, 3?
That's a good question.
I think it might have been just go 3 up and 3 down.
Oof. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I can't confirm that. I don't know, but that's a great question. Yeah, I think you're saying you think it was you strike like 3 up, 3 down. You said.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
I think that's
strike them all out. Now that I think about it.
Oh, really? Oh,
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to dig into this then, because if I had to guess, At least when it started. What my thought is that when it first started, you had to strike out the side for this to hit. And I think maybe in my mind what happened is that eventually it evolved into it was just 3 strikeouts, but it didn't have to be like 3 up, 3 down. So in my mind, it was always strikeouts, but I'm not positive. The Snapper 1980 Snapper owner manual sold for $26.40, profit $16.45. List date May 25, 2021. I'm going to guess, because the other end of the line has gone quiet, that you are looking up the Snapper mowing down inning.
I could not find anything really about it. I mean, I saw a couple mentions throughout, but it didn't really say like.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like an easy lookup. Like there's not going to be.
One,
yeah.
Maybe we'll need
listeners,
to get a hold of Dick or Bert and see.
Well, I was going to say, listeners, hit us up in the comments. Let us know if you remember. Let's see. Up next, we have another, perhaps, probably, as far as you know, the last Motorola radio.
The last one.
Yeah, 9642.
Yes. While you're doing that, what was the soldier who was secretary to the major in charge of handing out movies afraid of?
That's the soldier who was the blah 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 in charge of the blah 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 was afraid of talking to girls. Final answer.
Yes, you are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Good one. I would have no idea that one.
That was the sugar pill placebo episode that was mentioned recently. Because they gave him some of those and said that would help him.
That. Yes,
or is
I
that
remember that now.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. God, I love getting match trivia questions right. It makes me so happy. All right. Motorola radio sold for $96.60. Profit $77.06. Listed October 23rd, 2022. Onto the set of 4 vintage Union patches and American flags.
2 ounces. Who else lived on the farm with Radar and his mother? Ooh, this is a callback. We've had this one.
Is it? is his no good brother there? Remember?
Right? Yeah.
His brother was it we decided he's a bag boy at the local grocery store, or is that part of?
No, that was the answer. He was a bag boy at the local grocery, and he let his younger brother go to war so he could stay home.
Now I feel like that is more your opinion than canon in the show. But
maybe.
So I mean, I don't know. I'll just say just Uncle Ed, because I don't know if there's anybody else. So I'll just say Uncle Ed final.
Correct.
All right.
Uncle Ed.
All right. The Patches sold for $17.94. Profit $9.27. Listed July 17 of 2022. Up next is a Minnesota Wild hockey track jacket.
Track jacket?
That's what she say. I mean, it's just like a jacket, you know.
Doesn't look like a track jacket, I guess, to me, but maybe. Looks like more of a cardigan. Oh, I guess maybe call it track jacket. Okay.
Cardigans love Fool, by the way. Since you mentioned it, you know.
Right. I didn't think. I knew you knew that song, but I didn't think you'd actually know the title of the song.
Weird. Yeah, who doesn't?
Weird. 12, 10, 3, 2 pounds. What is Nurse Dish's first name?
Ooh. Oh, man.
I don't remember who Nurse Dish is.
Wow, that's a great question. I don't know that answer at all. I mean,
Is that the nurse that Hawkeye hit on?
Yes. I'll say I don't know, Diane final.
And then after this, she moved up to Alaska and became a nurse. No, I don't remember what she did. Something in Alaska though.
Are you going Northern Exposure on me?
Yep.
Wow.
What was she on that? I don't remember what she was on there.
I think she was just, she was just like a townsperson. I don't remember what she did. But,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they had a work relationship with Joel.
Dr. Joel Fleischman.
Yeah.
God damn it. But shit, what was her name in the show?
Oh, you don't even know that.
I'm not sure because I actually know the actress's name. I think the actress's name was Janine Turner. Maggie Dish, final answer.
Yep, Maggie.
All right. Wow. What a fucking fantastic tag team on that one. I am so impressed with you going Northern Exposure.
I used to, like I said, I had 3 channels growing up, and ABC was one of them.
Thank God for that. Wow. That's peak mail call again, as far as I'm concerned. The Minnesota Wild hockey track jacket or cardigan sold for $31.49. Profit $14.80. Listed October 24, 2022. That last name was a fun name if we could talk about names, but we can't. Speaking of that reminds me of something. This isn't what it reminded me of, but the next item is a Makita Rapid Tool battery charger.
9973 pounds.
So, Mike Zimmer's kid died. Did you see that?
I did, yeah. I heard that.
Yeah, so I was listening to the Power Trip, and I'd actually already seen this, so I knew what they were talking about, but they all of a sudden started talking about so this thing happened, but we haven't confirmed it quite yet, so we don't want to go with it. But yeah, once it's confirmed, probably in a few minutes, it's bad. And they were very serious, as it turned out they should be. And then maybe 5 to 10 minutes later, they apparently confirmed it for to their satisfaction and then said what it was. But I was just like, why would you do that?
Right. Why even
Like, what a
mention it?
weird way to handle that. Like,
Right.
just don't mention it. That's very strange.
I started listening to it as soon as they like announced it. Like, so I missed
Oh, interesting.
the
Okay.
pre-start, but yeah, so I caught it after that. Yeah. Did they say how he died? Did he? I assume. I guess I
Well,
have
that
an
was
assumption it was like suicide, but I don't know.
that was another interesting thing. Like before I say what the other interesting thing was that I thought, let me ask you, like, why would you think that? Like, what?
Well, I just feel like whenever somebody just dies like that, they usually say died of whatever. But if they don't say anything, I always assume it's suicide. I feel
Oh,
like.
interesting. Okay, so yeah, if it's something much even more traumatic
Right.
than just natural causes, they don't
Died
say it
in a
right
car
away.
accident, or
Yeah,
died
that's
in his sleep
interesting.
last night. But if they just say he just passed away or died last night
Yeah,
unexpectedly or something, then
yeah,
I always assume it's suicide.
yeah, which is what they did when they talked about it. They did not say what it was, and maybe because it hadn't been said, presumably because it hadn't been said, otherwise they would have said it. But yeah, then Hockey was talking about, he was saying like, yeah, it's rough, and like, just I know it's gonna sound like I'm saying I know what happened and I don't, but if you're having a hard time, just try to hang in there because you'll make it through, and blah blah blah. So he was very much obviously saying it was
Right.
suicide, whether he knew or not. And I just thought that was really interesting too, because I was like, well, damn, I mean, where are you jumping to that to? Which just happened with you, because you did the same thing. And I was like, well, damn, why you jump into that? And your reason was very logical and makes a lot of sense. So yeah.
So they haven't really said yet exactly what it was, though.
If it's been said, I haven't heard it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up now, and I don't see anything.
The Makita battery charger sold for $35.43. Made a profit of $18.45. No list date, because why, Rick?
Because you forgot to check the box to put.
I walked right into that one, didn't I? I'm 100% positive that that was a listing from before I was told to check that
Sure.
box. Yeah.
To get out of World War One, who did Klinger's Uncle Gus pretend to be?
Uncle Gus. World War One. Uncle Gus. I'll say Cleopatra. Final answer.
What's the opposite of Uncle Gus?
Aunt. Ginny.
Aunt Gussie. Couldn't come up with anything better than that.
Yeah. Final item of the evening, unless there's been any new sales. A Nike crew neck sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt. 12, 10, 3, 2 pounds.
This is a Nike spell out sweatshirt. Can you inform me what that means? Because I see that a lot.
It's just like where it's spelled out on the front.
Well, right, but I mean, if you buy like a Viking sweatshirt and it says Vikings across it, it doesn't always say spell out, even though it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but when you buy a Vikings thing, it's almost always a spell out. Or Nike, they don't always actually spell out the word Nike on it. They usually just put the swoosh on there.
Is this a Nike thing, or is this
No,
this
it's
like
on anything.
okay?
It's on anything.
So like if it was an Adidas thing, it would either be their logo or it would say Adidas, and if it said Adidas,
Yeah,
that okay,
right.
interesting.
But Adidas
Okay.
puts it a lot of times on there. So usually I just put it on if it's something kind of rare. Doesn't do it as often.
Yeah. Something went wonky with Pirate Ship I need the
I know.
dimensions and weight again.
Oh, because pirate ship just happened to lose it, or it wasn't because you forgot what it was.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what happened. It said this label this something has already begun being processed or something, and I didn't understand it, so I just hit refresh and then
12, 10, 3, 2 pounds. There was a new sale on there, by the way. I should go grab
I
that.
saw that. Yeah. This one's going overseas. Did you look to see where this
Ooh, I
sweatshirt
did
is going?
not. God, got before you. Probably too late after you click on it. Once you click send, ship, it's like gone. So
did we decide on our last show that if an item is being shipped, where an item is being shipped, that means we have listeners there? Is
right, yeah, because
that what
otherwise, why
we?
would they buy it? Right? It's
This sweatshirt sold for $37.74 and a profit to $24.16. Listed November 1st, 2022. That's
oh,
today.
it's today.
That's today.
Quick one, because I underpriced it.
The song "A Quick One While He's Away" by The Who. Your thoughts?
I don't know that one. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Okay.
Can you sing it?
Can I? Yes.
So that Nike sweatshirt is going to Canada.
Oh, well, that's not even international.
No. It's barely national.
All right. What's the new item that we're looking at, Rick?
It's a women's Erica short sleeve button up, purple pink plaid cotton large shirt.
Yeah, that's what I have too. Let's
and it only
find
weighs
out.
8 ounces.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go find out how much it was paid for it quick.
What you got going on tomorrow?
You say? Geez, we're jumping into that segment already. We're not even done. Shit.
Yeah, but
Oh, another fun name that we can't talk about. Tomorrow. What's tomorrow? November?
Wednesday.
Wow, I totally thought it was Thursday for a second. Tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead, to be honest with you. What about you?
Bringing the old van to the local auction tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, this is what it's all been leading up to, right?
I guess.
I mean,
have we talked about the van before?
Not for the good people listening, I don't think. But you bought a van and fixed it up, right? To some degree.
Well, yeah, I kind of semi got it working, but yeah, and me being somebody, I paid somebody to fix it up.
Right. And it was known to stall. It had some stall issues. Is that?
Yeah, so that's working, but it's still misfiring, which is kind of an issue, and it has 350,000 miles on it. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to get for it, but at this point, I never use it, so I don't really need it.
Right.
Just sit around here for another winter.
So you're looking to take pretty much anything if anybody wants to pay anything for it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going on auction, so we're starting at $1, so we'll see how it goes.
Right. This last item, what was it? A shirt of some sort?
Do you want me to read the whole title again?
I don't. It
Okay.
sold for $17. It sold for $17.24. Profit $10.48. Listed September 16, 2022.
And the final numbers for the 2 days?
Did you remember to look at the pre-shipping profit margin?
Did not look.
If I'm not mistaken, although this was also without the last sale, but at the time it was, I believe, $670 ish, 670 something, I think.
So let's see, you got one big one, 14, 15, 14, 13, 130. How much you say it was? What? 70 you said?
670, yeah, 670 something.
I'm gonna say 550.
The final profit total for the last 2 days, 585.93. Not bad.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that.
Take that directly to the bank.
That damn eBay error, you still see that error about that bank account thing?
Yeah.
Drive me crazy trying to get that to work. So like I haven't got any money from eBay, so I got like $3,000 sitting there waiting to get transferred over.
Do you want to give me your bank information right now? And then
yeah, I'll go ahead. Yeah, and you want to do it?
That's kind of a double joke, because it's a joke because, like, well, you can't do it now on the show, but then it's also like, yeah, but nobody listens to this, so that's also part of the joke. So it would be okay. But
maybe we could buy listeners by giving out my bank account.
Oh God, I would totally buy listeners if we could.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm waiting for, like, they're supposed to do 2 micro deposits, and it's supposed to take 2 to 4 days.
I was so busy thinking about how I was going to ask you for your bank information. I totally didn't listen to what you were saying about it. So do you want to tell me again what's going on?
I don't know. For some reason, I have to reconnect my bank to that account. My other account works fine still, but this one doesn't, so I can't get deposits.
That's no good.
Yeah, so they said in 2 to 4 business days, I'm going to get like 2 micro deposits, and then I have to let them know what that amount is. But still waiting for that so I can get that in. But
I mean, I don't know for sure, but it all sounds like some grade A hogwash to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, why? What changed? Nothing changed since we.
Right. Is somebody hacking eBay and collecting bank info?
Probably.
You know what would be another really great thing if we had a producer that could put in sound bites and stuff? Is just random for no reason Colonel Potter exclamations like horse hockey and buffalo chips.
Well, why don't, instead of swearing about how doesn't have a list date because of horse hockey.
Okay, all right, on-air production meeting. I like that. I can try to remember that. Yeah.
Try to curb any swearing and use horse hockey, or what was the other one that you said?
Buffalo chips.
Buffalo chips.
Oh God, I'm sure there's a whole list of them somewhere that I can find. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea. Good call. I also like this dynamic where you're trying to curb the swearing, which I'm honestly, and I like it, so I don't want you to give away the ghost. So, but I like that I don't know for sure if you're serious or not. But it adds it adds some conflict and tension where I'm not sure if it's real or not, but that's okay. But yeah, regardless, I do really like that idea.
I found a picture of Sherman Potterisms. You want to go through the list?
Yeah, give it to me.
Horse hockey, you got number 1.
Of course, that should be number 1 too. Road apples, yes.
Great Balls of Fire, mule muffins,
Yep.
a busload of Bush War,
Oh my goodness. What does that
hell,
mean?
I don't know, Hell's Bells. I've heard that one before. I remember that one.
Uh-huh. Uh,
Crock of beans,
okay.
mule fritters,
Yep. One of my favorites too. Yep.
monkey muffins, buffalo bagels and buffalo chips,
Ooh, buffalo bagels. Nice.
hot mustard.
do we think do we think that's like an exclamation of joy?
I don't know.
Because that doesn't
Nah,
really work for like bad, right? Oh, hot mustard. Because why is that bad? Like, is hot mustard
yeah.
bad?
Have you ever had hot mustard before?
Honestly, I can't say that I have.
I would say a really hot mustard would be like a bad. Hot
couldn't
sausage.
couldn't you? I'm not ready to move on. Couldn't you
Oh,
also couldn't you also see it as like a good thing though? Like, oh, we're not gonna have casualties for 72 hours. Hot mustard. I'll finally be able to take Sophie for a ride. Right? Like,
I
didn't you hear that?
guess you could say like hot damn. Like that's good, I guess. Damn is bad, but hot damn is good.
All right, I see your
Maybe you're
point. I'm
right.
not
Maybe you're
willing.
right.
Yeah, I'm not willing to bend completely. I do see your point, though.
But I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. Like you're right. I think hot mustard probably would be good. I guess I don't
Oh,
know.
so you're coming around to my
Right?
side.
Because I
Oh,
because I
wow.
was
Okay.
saying hot damn is good. Like hot damn, we're getting no casualties or something,
Oh, I
right?
see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Pigeon pellets,
Ooh, that's a good one. Good alliteration. That's always a good part of it. Yep.
pony pox,
Oh, another one.
beaver biscuits,
Yes, hit me.
cow cookies, bull cookies, pig feathers, jumping jompers,
What?
um,
Jumpers?
jumping jompers. I'm not
Wow.
sure what that was. Suffering saddle soap,
Oh, yes.
suffering sheep dip.
Ooh, that's close to something else I thought you were going to say.
Scuttlebug is as common.
Yeah,
Oh wait, I
yes.
didn't get. Scuttlebug is as common as cooters in your skivvies. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I want
That's
you to say
say
that
can
one
you
next time.
say the whole thing?
Scuttlebug is as common as cooters in your skivvy.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Great Caesar's ghost.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Great Mother McGee.
I like that one.
Where in the name of Charlie's corset?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why do you think? Would you agree that the name McGee is often like
Right. I mean, you have Fatty
funny, like
McGee.
used as a joke? Yeah. Like, why
Right.
is McGee? When did McGee become funny? Yeah. All right. Anyway.
And it goes all the way back to Mass Day. So, no.
Right.
See, this is where like glasses are coming because I'm really having a hard time reading this. But
Oh, I was gonna say, are we done? Did we complete the
no.
list?
What in the name of Beelzebub is going on here?
Oh, classic. Yes.
What in the name of Sweet Fanny Adams? There's a lot of what in the name ofs here coming up, so get ready.
All right. All right.
What in the name of Marco Blessed Polo?
I love Blessed. That's very Potter.
What in the name of Samuel Hill?
Okay, sure.
What in the name of Great Caesar salad?
Hey, question.
Yeah.
Do we know who Sam Hill is? Because that's a very common, what the Sam Hill, right? Like that's
You don't
something
know
you
who
hear.
Sam Hill is?
No, tell me very quickly right now, immediately, who Sam Hill is.
He's a cyclist in the 1980s.
Wait. I, re- I really enjoyed that as you said it because you did find that you did know that very quickly.
No,
But then as
here's
you
the
were
deal.
saying it, even as the words were coming out of your mouth, when you got to 1980s, you quickly realized.
the expression goes back to the 1830s to be true. There was a Sam Hill that was a dirt bike rider in the 80s too, but
yeah, I would never.
It's considered an expression to have been a simple alliteration with Oxford English.
Thanks, Ricky. I appreciate that. Wow, that was all very outstanding. That was damn.
Jumping Josephat.
Sure.
Holy hemostat.
Oh God. Yeah.
What in the name of George Armstrong Custer?
I was just gonna say. Oh, by the way, did we move? So we've moved past the "what in the name of" section, but there we go again.
And that was the end of the of this
website. Man.
Sherman Potterisms.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Do you want to link? Can I say link, please, for that, so we can, so I can incorporate those?
Just remember them. It's fine. I told you.
I mean, I think I have like 95% of them, but yeah. Okay. God damn. Oh man. Well, I don't think we're gonna do much better than that.
No, I guess not.
Go out on a high note, right?
We'll speak again on Thursday.
I literally cannot wait.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.